Welcome to Book Summary Podcast, your gateway to personal transformation. Each episode delivers big ideas from the world's most impactful books on mindset, productivity, and success, all in just a few minutes. Ready to turn knowledge into action? Let's get started.
We often hear about complex financial strategies demanding budgets or, needing huge sums of money just to get started on the path to wealth.
Right. It feels overwhelming sometimes.
But what if the secret to building serious financial freedom was actually, surprisingly simple? What if it required no rigid budget, no superhuman discipline, and maybe less than $10 a day of investment?
Okay.
All set up from the comfort of your home in just an hour or two.
See, many might hear a promise like that and immediately think, it's too good to be true, right?
Exactly. Sounds like a gimmick.
But what if we told you such a proven system exists? One that profoundly shifts how you interact with your money, making it work for you.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. This is where we take a stack of insights, articles, research, our own extensive notes, and really extract the most important nuggets of knowledge to help you become truly well-informed. Today we're embarking on a deep dive into David Bach's groundbreaking work, The Automatic Millionaire, specifically drawing from its updated edition.
Yeah, and when David Bach first wrote this book, way back in 2003, his goal was incredibly ambitious. He wanted to help 10 million people achieve financial freedom.
Wow, 10 million. That's huge.
It is. And the book quickly became a bestseller worldwide. But, Bach recognized that the financial landscape kept evolving. It doesn't stand still.
True.
He saw the painful economic squeeze, the stock market free fall of 2007, 2009. That erased an astonishing $11 trillion in wealth from Wall Street. It profoundly impacted millions.
It is true, isn't it? Many Americans haven't fully recovered from that time.
No, not at all.
We still see countless individuals forced out of retirement, back into the workforce, or maybe just wondering if they'll ever be able to retire at all.
Yeah, the reality for too many is, frankly, living paycheck to paycheck, often buried under crippling credit card debt.
It's truly sobering when you realize, if you owe just $2,000 on a credit card and only make the minimum monthly payments,
the minimum trap.
it could take you over 18 years to pay it off. 18 years.
That's incredible.
And you'd end up paying more than $4,600 in total. That's a huge financial drain for what seems like a small initial debt.
It absolutely is. And that's precisely the problem Bach set out to solve. Most people simply don't retire debt-free with enough money to genuinely enjoy life.
Right.
They're caught in what he vividly calls an unwinnable race.
The rat race. That's what he calls it. You go to work, you make money, you spend money, and then you repeat that cycle endlessly. Day in, day out.
People are busting their butts for 40, 50, even more hours a week, and at the end of the month, often there's nothing really to show for it.
Right.
Just spending everything you make, or worse, spending more than you make. That leads to a life just filled with stress, fear, uncertainty, perpetual debt. It feels like this endless treadmill that's just incredibly hard to get off.
But the core message of The Automatic Millionaire, it remains timeless, really. If you take the right action and, crucially, make your financial life automatic, everything gets easier.
Automatic, that's the key word. Exactly. So this deep dive will lay out the precise how-to so you can stop working for money and start having your money work for you.
That's the fundamental shift.
It is, and that leads to worry-free time and ultimately getting more of your life back.
So our mission today is to guide you through Bach's timeless principles, illustrating how these small, automated changes can lead to truly miraculous results over time.
Small steps, big impact.
We're drawing directly from the inspiring stories and the practical advice found right in the book. And this isn't about rigid, restrictive budgeting, is it?
No, definitely not. Forget the painful budgets.
It's about a simple, totally automated approach that puts you firmly on the fast track to wealth and financial peace of mind.
Sounds good.
So let's unpack this. There's a story that genuinely changed David Bach's entire perspective on wealth. He recounts his initial encounter with Jim and Sue McIntyre.
The McIntyres.
A middle-aged couple who seemed, to all appearances, just utterly average. Jim, a middle manager for a utility company, earning what many would consider a pretty modest $40,000 a year.
Right. Not exactly rolling in it.
He walked into Bach's investment class to announce his plan to retire next month, at the age of 52.
52. Yeah, it's understandable why Bach, despite his grandma's advice not to judge a book by its cover, was immediately skeptical.
Of course.
How could this seemingly ordinary man, earning a relatively modest salary and openly admitting he didn't believe in budgets, how could he possibly afford to retire so young?
Your first thought is inheritance.
Right. Bach's immediate thought was exactly that. They must have inherited a fortune.
It's easy to assume that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Especially given how some people appear financially. But the McIntyres' outward appearance, it truly contrasted with their profound financial reality.
Totally.
They didn't look rich at all. Jim drove a Ford Taurus, proudly wore an 18-year-old Timex watch.
Numble.
Yet they were bubbling with excitement, holding hands like teenagers, and, as Bach described them, happy as clams.
That image really sticks with you. And it was such a stark contrast to another client Bach had just seen that morning.
Oh, yeah.
This guy looked rich, leased Porsche, gold Rolex, living in an $800,000 mortgaged home.
Okay, the whole package.
But carrying over $75,000 in credit card debt and less than $100 in savings. He was a financial and emotional wreck.
Wow. It really highlights how deceptive appearances can be and how much financial peace is found internally, not, externally.
That's a crucial distinction. So when Bach finally looked at the McIntyres' financial snapshot, the numbers were, well, truly shocking.
Let's hear them.
Their combined income the previous year was $53,946. Certainly not a sum that would suggest early retirement for most people.
But wait.
Yet they had absolutely no outstanding debt whatsoever. Zero.
No debt at all.
None. And when asked about their kids, Jim just said they were both out of college, on their own, and God bless them. So no supporting adult children either.
Okay, so no debt, independent kids. What about assets?
And then came the assets. This is where it gets truly amazing. They own 2 homes, both completely mortgage-free.
2 homes paid off.
Yep. Their primary residence, valued at $450,000, and a rental property worth $325,000.
That's nearly $750,000 in debt-free real estate right there.
Exactly. And on top of that, Jim's 401k balance was a staggering $610,000.
Whoa.
Sue had her own retirement accounts totaling $72,000. They also held $160,000 in municipal bonds.
Great.
And had $62,500 in cash tucked away in a bank savings account.
This is incredible. So adding it all up.
When you add in personal property, like a paid-for boat and 3 paid-for cars, their net worth was approaching $2 million.
$2 million on that income. That's not just impressive, it's genuinely inspiring.
It really is. And they had a continuing stream of income, too. Interest, dividends, $26,000 a year in rental income from their second home.
Nice passive income.
Jim also had a small pension, and Sue planned to keep working as a beautician. Not because she needed the money, but because she genuinely enjoyed her work.
That's the dream, isn't it? Working because you want to, not because you have to.
Absolutely. Their retirement at 52 was not just realistic, it was completely secure. Truly worry-free.
So, okay, after seeing all these numbers, what was their secret? Did they, in fact, inherit a massive amount of money? That must be it, right?
Jim laughed at this suggestion. He said the only thing they inherited was knowledge from their Depression-era parents.
Inherited knowledge. I like that.
Simple, common-sense rules, he explained, that had completely changed his and Sue's lives. And it all came down to one core foundational principle.
Which was?
Pay yourself first.
Pay yourself first.
Huh.
Okay. That sounds simple, but it's kind of profound because the conventional approach for most people, myself included for a long time, is you get your paycheck, you pay all your bills, and then if there's anything left over, you try to save a few dollars. We pay everyone else first, ourselves last.
Precisely. The McIntyres' parents taught them to completely reverse this, flip it on its head.
How so?
They insisted that you put aside money for yourself first, then pay all your other bills. This simple yet revolutionary shift was the foundational piece of their financial success. It fundamentally changes your relationship with your money.
And here's where it gets truly interesting, especially for those of us who've struggled with budgets. Sue explained they initially tried budgeting.
Oh, the dreaded budget.
Yeah, meticulously tracking every penny. But it quickly led to arguments and frustration.
I can imagine. Budget fights aren't fun.
Their parents told them budgeting didn't work for them either, so they decided to toss the budget entirely.
Really? Just ditched it?
Yep. Instead, their parents taught them to automatically save 10% of their pay before they even saw it.
Ah, automatically before they saw it.
The secret, her mother explained, was incredibly simple. You can't spend what you don't see.
You can't spend what you don't see. That insight changed everything for the McIntyres. And it's such a powerful lesson for all of us about bypassing willpower with automation.
This idea of not spending what you don't see. It leads us directly to what David Bach famously coined the latte factor.
The latte factor. Everyone's heard of it, but maybe not the full story.
He introduces us to a young woman named Kim, a 23-year-old student in one of his classes. When Bach suggested saving $5 to $10 a day, Kim immediately declared it impossible.
Impossible, yeah.
Said she was living paycheck to paycheck, couldn't possibly find that money.
Her reaction is completely understandable, right? And it's a sentiment many of us can relate to. What's truly fascinating here, though, is that the latte factor isn't really about specific items like lattes or whether you go to Starbucks or Dunkin'.
It's a metaphor.
Exactly. It's a powerful metaphor for any small, often thoughtless, habitual daily expenditure. We tend to focus on the big, obvious expenses when we think about saving.
Rent, car payment.
Right. But it's these micro leaks, the small amounts that just disappear unnoticed every day that can truly drain away a significant portion of your income without you even realizing it. It kind of taps into our cognitive bias where these small, frequent costs often go uncounted in our minds.
That's a brilliant way to put it. So Bach asked Kim to walk him through her typical daily spending.
Okay, let's hear Kim's day.
Before she even got to work, she stopped at Starbucks. Double non-fat latte, $3.50. Muffin, $1.50. That's $5 right there.
$5 before 9 a.m.
Then, at her 10 a.m. break, she and her friends would grab a juice for $3.95. Kim added ginkgo biloba for an extra 50 cents, plus a power bar for $1.75.
Okay, batting out.
That's another $6.20. So before lunch, she had already spent over $10. It's those incremental purchases that really, really add up.
And that's where the astonishing math comes in. It reveals the true power of compounding. Bob pulled out his calculator right there in class.
A moment of truth.
And showed her. If Kim had invested just $5 a day, that's about $150 a month at a 10% annual return from age 23 to 65. She would have accumulated nearly $1.2 million.
$1.2 million from $5 a day.
And the impact of an employer match is equally profound. If her company matched just 50% of her 401k contribution, that same $5 a day would become nearly $1.75 million.
Whoa.
That demonstrates not just the power of consistency, but the incredible impact of time and, that free money from an employer match.
That was Kim's aha moment. She apparently yelled out, "My lattes are costing me nearly $2 million.
I bet.
And the entire class, in unison, yelled, "Yes." It truly hits you when you see those numbers laid bare. It's not about the coffee itself, is it? It's about the lost opportunity.
Exactly. And again, it's not just lattes. Think about other everyday drains. If someone spends $7 a pack on cigarettes, that's $210 a month. That's $2,520 a year. Or a staggering $25,200 a decade.
Good grief.
That's not just a health risk, it's a massive financial risk. Similarly, for someone constantly buying bottled water, soft drinks, candy bars, frequent fast food, we all have a latte factor.
Yeah, I'll have one somewhere.
The point is to identify and redirect these often unnecessary expenditures, channeling them into wealth building instead.
The power of these small, consistent savings, when harnessed by automation and compounding, it's truly miraculous. Just look at these figures Bach lays out.
Yeah, the numbers are compelling. If you invested just $5 a day, about $150 a month, earning 10% annually, in 40 years, you'd have nearly 948,611 hours.
Almost $1 million. From $5 a day.
Double that to $10 a day or $300 a month. In 40 years, nearly $1,897,224.
Almost $2 million.
And for a couple, saving just $20 a day combined, $600 a month, that could yield nearly $3,794,448 in 40 years.
Wow. Nearly $4 million.
These aren't just large numbers. They're concrete examples of how consistent, automated micro-savings transform into serious wealth over the long haul.
So to help you uncover your own latte factor, Bach suggests what he calls the Latte Factor Challenge.
Okay, what's the challenge?
For just one day, track every single penny you spend. The act of physically writing it down can be incredibly eye-opening.
Makes you conscious of it.
It forces you to confront where your money is actually going. And if you're keen on using technology, there are tools like Mint.com to easily track spending instantly, or Acorns.com.
Oh yeah, Acorns.
It rounds up your everyday purchases and invests the spare change. The average user on Acorns saves around $50 a month, proving you don't need a lot of conscious effort to get started.
Yeah, those little bits add up. And this challenge often reveals significant blind spots. Bach tells a story about a man earning $100,000 a year.
Good income.
Through this exercise, he realized he was spending $1,400 a month on restaurant tabs.
$1,400 a month eating out.
That's $16,800 a year. Despite his high income, he had less than $20,000 in savings and hadn't contributed to his 401k in a decade because he couldn't afford it.
Couldn't afford it while spending almost $17K a year on restaurants.
The latte factor exposed his hidden drain. It showed him he already earned enough to build wealth. It was simply being misdirected.
So the key takeaway here is crucial. The latte factor isn't about deprivation or strict budgeting.
Not at all.
It's about realizing you probably already earn enough to build wealth. It's about redirecting money that's currently being wasted, often unconsciously.
Right.
It's about consciously choosing to work just 1 hour a day for yourself out of the estimated 90,000 hours the average person works in a lifetime.
That's a powerful shift in perspective, isn't it? Moving from scarcity to abundance and intentionality.
It really is. And if we connect this back to the bigger picture of why traditional budgeting so often fails, it becomes clear.
Why do they fail so often?
Well, traditional budgeting often feels restrictive. It's simply not fun, usually. And frankly, it often goes against human nature.
Sure.
We are constantly bombarded by thousands of marketing messages every single day, urging us to spend, spend, spend. It's like a restrictive diet where you meticulously count every calorie.
You tired of it?
Eventually, people get sick of depriving themselves, and they rebel. They often go on a financial binge that negates all their hard work.
I can certainly relate to that. The initial excitement of a new budget often wears off, right? Leaving behind just guilt or failure. Exactly.
So the goal of the latte factor isn't to force you into a rigid budget. It's to illustrate that you can save, that you already earn enough to build wealth.
Spot on.
Once you see where your money is going, the next step, as the McIntyres taught, is truly revolutionary.
Ah.
The real meaning of pay yourself first.
Right. Because most people, when they get paid, they unconsciously pay Uncle Sam first, don't they?
Yeah, taxes come right out.
Seeing 30–40% of their income just disappear. Then they pay all their other bills, landlord, utility company, car lender, leaving them with maybe 70 cents on the dollar to manage everything else, including saving.
If there's anything left.
The key, as Bach emphasizes, is to pay yourself before the government or anyone else. And the secret to doing this legally and efficiently is by using pre-tax retirement accounts. That makes it almost frictionless.
That concept can be put into stark relief by asking a simple yet pretty profound question. How many hours do you work for yourself?
Interesting question.
Think about it. How much did you actually save last week? Now, divide that by your hourly income before taxes.
Okay.
Most people, unfortunately, work less than 1 hour a week for themselves. The average American saves less than 5% of what they earn.
Less than 5%.
Which translates to a mere 22 minutes a day working for their own future. And, incredibly, 1 in 5 workers saves nothing at all.
Nothing. That's truly sobering. It really underscores the urgency of this principle.
It does.
That's precisely why the goal is so critical. You should aim to work at least 1 hour a day for yourself. This means consistently putting a minimum of 10% of your gross income into a pre-tax retirement account.
10% minimum.
It's a commitment that will fundamentally change your financial trajectory. It shifts you from being just a consumer to an investor in your own future.
Consider the true cost of not paying yourself first. Let's say you earn $50,000 a year. Saving 10% means putting aside $5,000 annually.
Okay, $5,000 a year.
That's about $14 a day, which works out to $200 every 2 weeks. Now, if you don't save that $200 every 2 weeks for 35 years in a retirement account earning, say, a 10% annual return,
The opportunity cost.
you miss out on over $1.67 million.
Wow. Over $1.5 million. That's the real cost of inaction. A staggering amount of lost potential wealth.
It really is.
And here's the kicker, making it even less daunting. For many, the pain of saving that $14 a day is actually reduced to about $10 a day in spendable income when you use pre-tax accounts.
Because of the tax benefit.
Exactly, thanks to the tax benefits. This makes it far less painful than many imagine. The government essentially subsidizes your savings, making it easier to stomach that initial shift.
Bach even lays out a clear pay-yourself-first formula. He says, if you're dead broke, you spend more than you make. Carry credit card debt.
Okay.
If you're middle class, you don't pay yourself first. Or maybe you save sporadically whenever you feel you have extra cash.
Right. Hit or miss.
But if you want to be rich, you consistently pay yourself first, a minimum of 10–15% of your gross income.
Consistency is key.
The most crucial step, according to Bach. Commit to this in writing. Promise yourself, I will work at least 1 hour a day for myself.
Write it down. Make it real.
This single commitment, he says, is the catalyst for lasting financial change.
And the McIntyres proved this concept brilliantly, didn't they? They started by saving just 4% of their income.
Only 4% to start.
And gradually increased it to 15%. Their success wasn't due to superhuman discipline, which often wanes.
Right, willpower fades.
It was because their plan was automatic. It didn't require constant thought or willpower. Bach himself started with just 1% of his income.
Just 1%.
And gradually increased it to 20%, implementing this very principle in his own life. As he says, you can't spend what you don't have in your pocket.
Exactly.
Once it's set up to be automatic, you simply adjust to living on a little less while your wealth silently and effortlessly grows behind the scenes.
So once you've committed to paying yourself first, the next critical step is ensuring that money goes into the right vehicles.
Right. Absolutely. You don't just wish for a secure financial future. You quite literally buy it by consistently investing the money you've decided to pay yourself into personal retirement accounts. These are designed specifically to grow your wealth over the long term.
And if you're an employee, here's some excellent news. This can be incredibly easy because your company likely offers an employer-sponsored plan like a 401k or maybe a 403b.
Yeah, those are fantastic tools.
Bach calls the 401k the mother of all retirement accounts, and for very good reason. What are the core advantages? Why is it so powerful for employees?
Well, there are 6 crucial benefits that make these plans incredibly powerful wealth-building tools. First, your money grows tax-free.
Tax-free gross. Nice.
You pay no income tax on contributions or earnings until you withdraw them in retirement. This allows your money to compound much faster.
Okay, number 1.
Second, these plans offer generous contribution limits. For instance, when this edition of the book was updated, limits were around $18,000 a year, and these figures get adjusted for inflation annually. The key takeaway is just how substantial these limits are, emphasizing the potential for serious wealth building.
So you can put away a good chunk of change.
A serious amount. Third, and most crucial for the automatic principle we keep talking about, contributions are handled automatically through payroll deduction.
Before you even see it.
Right. The money is saved before you even get your hands on it. Fourth, most employers offer these plans without any charge to you. It's free to participate.
Free's good.
Fifth, and this is truly free money, many companies offer to match a percentage of your contributions.
The employer match, that's huge.
It is. This can essentially double your net savings immediately, an incredible return on your investment right from the start.
Can't beat free money.
And finally, sixth, consistently contributing allows you to benefit from the miraculous power of compound interest, where your earnings start to earn their own returns, accelerating your wealth accumulation over the long term.
Yet despite all these incredible advantages, it's shocking to hear that 1 out of every 4 eligible American workers doesn't even sign up for these plans.
1 in 4. That's crazy, leaving free money on the table.
If you're one of them, today should absolutely be your sign-up day. It's usually as simple as calling your HR or benefits office and requesting the enrollment kit.
Just make the call.
And even if your company automatically enrolled you, which many now do, thankfully be aware that the default savings rate is often quite low.
Yeah, usually like 3% or something.
Typically less than 4%.
Yeah.
You absolutely must increase this. Some plans even offer an automatic increase feature.
Auto-escalation. Very smart.
It gradually raises your contributions annually, which research shows can triple employees' savings rates over time, because your percentage automatically ensures you save more when you get a raise.
Yeah, that's a great feature. And to illustrate the profound impact of even small percentage differences. Think about Donna and Mark, a couple backmentions earning $50,000 a year.
Okay.
They decided to save 10% of their gross income, so $5,000 a year. Mark worried this would feel like a full $5,000 pay cut.
Understandable worry.
But because they put the money into a pre-tax account, their actual take-home pay was only reduced by $3,500 a year.
Ah, the tax savings again.
Right. That's less than $5 a day each. Within months, they didn't even notice the difference in their daily spending, but their financial future was radically, positively altered.
Bach asserts that the fastest way to get rich is to max out your employer's plan. Contribute the maximum allowed, which for 2024 is over $23,000. Or even more if you're over 50.
Max it out if you possibly can.
Not using or not maxing out your employer's retirement plan is arguably the single biggest investment mistake you could make. The difference it makes over decades is truly astounding.
Absolutely. Take the cautionary tale he shares of Larry and Connie versus Marilyn and Robert.
Okay, 2 couples.
Both husbands had similar jobs, similar incomes throughout their careers. Robert and Marilyn committed to maxing out Robert's 401k at 15% consistently.
15% consistently.
Larry and Connie, however, chose to save only 6%. They always thought they'd increase it someday. You know how that goes.
Someday often means never.
Exactly. 20 years later, both men were downsized from their jobs. Robert had over $935,000 in his 401k.
Wow, almost $1 million.
Larry had only about $450,000.
That's a nearly $500,000 difference, just from that percentage gap.
$500,000. It dramatically impacted their retirement comfort. It just underscores that automation plus compound interest, even with seemingly small differences in percentages, truly equals serious wealth over time. You know, a mere $100 a month invested can turn into $200,000 at 6% return, or nearly $1.2 million at 12% over 40 years. It's powerful stuff.
Now, if your employer doesn't offer a retirement plan, don't despair. You can still absolutely become an automatic millionaire, right?
Oh, absolutely. You open an individual retirement account or IRA.
Okay, IRAs.
These are personal retirement plans most anyone with an income can set up. Banks, brokerage firms, online, they're everywhere. And you can contribute a significant amount each year. When the book was updated, it was $5,500 annually or $6,500 if you were 50 or older. These limits also adjust with inflation.
So still a solid way to save.
Definitely. And you'll typically choose between a traditional IRA and a Roth IRA.
Traditional versus Roth. What's the difference?
With a traditional IRA, you contribute pre-tax dollars, so you get an immediate tax deduction on your contributions now.
Tax break today.
But you'll pay taxes when you withdraw the money in retirement. And required minimum distributions usually start around age 70 and a half.
Okay, and Roth.
A Roth IRA works in reverse. You contribute after-tax dollars, no upfront tax deduction, but then all qualified withdrawals in retirement are completely tax-free.
Tax-free later. That sounds appealing.
It is. And a significant advantage for Roth IRAs is there are no required minimum distributions during your lifetime. Income limits do apply for direct Roth IRA contributions, but they've exploded in popularity for good reason.
And there's also a Roth 401k option now too, right?
Yeah, that's a newer option that's grown in popularity. It combines features, after-tax contributions like a Roth IRA, but tax-free withdrawals in retirement and typically no income limits like the Roth IRA has.
Interesting.
You can even split your contributions, say 50-50, between a traditional and Roth 401k if your plan offers both. The decision often boils down to whether you want your tax break now or later and what you think your tax bracket will be in retirement.
Makes sense. What about folks who are self-employed?
For the self-employed, the government actually offers some of the best tax breaks and most powerful retirement savings vehicles. There's the SEP IRA, or Simplified Employee Pension.
SEP IRA.
It allows you to contribute a substantial portion of your gross income, up to 25%, with a maximum over $69,000 annually in 2024. It's relatively straightforward to open and manage.
Wow, $69,000 potential.
And the key is still automation, perhaps funneling a consistent percentage from your business withdrawals. Even more powerful, potentially, is the one-person 401k or solo 401k.
Solo 401k.
This lets you combine an employee salary deferral, like the regular 401k limit, with an additional 25% profit-sharing contribution as the employer. The total can also exceed $69,000 a year for 2024. For example, on a $100,000 income, you could potentially save an incredible $43,000 pre-tax.
It's amazing for building wealth quickly if you're self-employed.
Absolutely. Huge potential.
When it comes to where to open these accounts, the source gives some excellent, widely available options. Online brokers and robo-advisors have made it incredibly easy these days.
Yeah, the barriers to entry are so low now.
Firms like TD Ameritrade, Charles Schwab, Fidelity Investments, Vanguard, they offer user-friendly platforms, low minimums, some even $0 for IRAs at Fidelity, and features like target-dated funds.
Those are great for simplicity.
They automatically adjust your portfolio as you get closer to retirement. Many also offer robo-advisory services like Schwab Intelligent Portfolios, Fidelity Go, Betterment Wealthfront.
The robo-advisors.
These automate the portfolio selection, diversification, rebalancing, making investing truly automatic and hands-off.
It's vital to heed Bach's warning here, though. If you use an online tool, take those questionnaires about your time horizon and risk tolerance very seriously.
Don't just click through.
Right. Don't just breeze through them. A wrong answer could lead to a misconfigured portfolio that doesn't align with your actual goals or risk comfort level. When in doubt, call an advisor at these firms. They have people who can help.
Good advice. And of course, you can also opt for traditional brokerage firms and banks like Wells Fargo, Citi, or Merrill Lynch if you prefer face-to-face interaction with a human advisor.
Sure, that option is always there. Bach even offers a free audio guide on his website, The 10 Golden Rules to Hiring a Financial Advisor, to help you navigate that decision if you go that route.
The bottom line, though, whatever method you choose,
Make it automatic.
that's the mantra. Whether it's setting up a systematic investment plan with your brokerage, arranging direct deposit from your employer, or using online bill pay services, ensure your contributions are regularly and automatically transferred.
Set it and forget it. Don't settle for typical savings rates. Aim to supercharge your wealth building by automating it.
Okay, so we've talked about saving for your future, retirement. But what about today? What about right now? How can you provide yourself with some financial security today, regardless of what tomorrow might bring?
Ah, yes. This brings us to what Bach calls the sleep well at night factor.
The swan factor. I like it.
Building your emergency fund. Because life is undeniably full of unexpected changes, isn't it?
Absolutely. Job loss, health issues, economic downturns, car blows up.
Exactly. These aren't just possibilities, they are realities for many people. Some folks simply worry endlessly about these things, but automatic millionaires, they prepare for them.
How do you prepare?
Bach offers a simple sleep well at night test. Calculate your total monthly living expenses, rent, food, utilities, everything.
Yeah.
Then check your current money market or checking account balance to see how many months you're covered.
A quick reality check.
It's a very practical way to assess your immediate financial resilience.
And the American predicament here is quite stark, isn't it? It's a major source of stress for so many.
It really is. The average American has less than 3 months' worth of expenses saved. Many have less than 1 month.
Less than 1 month buffer. Wow.
Living paycheck to paycheck, especially for 2-income households, leaves you incredibly vulnerable. If one of those paychecks suddenly disappears, a family can find itself financially upside down in just a matter of months. It leads to difficult choices, often more debt.
Yeah, downward spiral.
Grandma Bach had a timeless piece of wisdom here too, apparently.
Another Grandma Bach gem.
When the going gets tough, the tough have cash.
Simple but true.
Cash is indeed king in an emergency. It provides security, protection, and that invaluable take this job and shove it option,
Lets you choices.
It gives you the freedom to make choices rather than being forced into them. Think of it like a seatbelt. You don't plan for an accident, but stuff happens. You don't plan for a job loss or a medical emergency, but if it occurs, having that cash cushion is your ultimate protection, your peace of mind.
So there are 3 crucial rules for this emergency money. First, how much should you save?
Right. The minimum recommended is 3 to 6 months of living expenses,
3 to 6 months.
with the ultimate goal being a full year's worth. This kind of cushion gives you immense freedom to make life decisions without fear, changing jobs, going back to school, dealing with a crisis.
Okay, 3 to 6 months minimum, aim for a year. Second rule.
And this is critical. Don't touch it.
The enzyme.
This fund is like a fire extinguisher. It's there for real emergencies that threaten your survival, not for a new outfit, a bigger TV, or because the dishwasher is making a funny noise. Its purpose is singular, emergency only.
Got it. And third rule.
Put it in the right place. This is not your low-interest checking account or typical savings account, which often comes with fees and pays practically 0 interest.
Where should it go then?
You want to put this money into a money market account that pays reasonable interest. Unlike a regular savings account, these accounts typically invest in very safe, short-term government or corporate bonds. This often allows them to pay slightly higher interest rates while still keeping your cash highly accessible and, importantly, federally insured, usually by the FDIC.
So safe, accessible, and maybe earns a little bit more interest.
Exactly. It offers a great balance of liquidity and yield for emergency funds.
You need to shop for rates, just like you'd shop for anything else, right? Rates can vary wildly.
Hugely. And they can change daily. When Bach's book was updated, rates were historically low, often less than 1%, but the principle remains. You must compare. Check financial publications, websites like bankrate.com, compare current rates.
And call your own bank first.
Definitely. Call your current bank. Ask what interest you're currently earning on your savings. Ask if they offer money market options and what their rates are. Knowledge is power here. Simply moving your money to a better yielding account within the same bank or to another bank can add significantly to your savings over time with no extra effort.
And often, online banks or brokerage firms might offer better rates.
Often, yes. Online banks like Alibank, Capital One, Everbank, or brokerage firms like Fidelity, Vanguard, Charles Schwab, they frequently offer higher yields than local brick-and-mortar banks because their overhead is lower.
What should you ask when comparing?
Good question. Ask about minimum deposit requirements, if they offer systematic investment programs for automation, whether the funds are federally insured, they should be, check writing or ATM privileges, and definitely ask about any low balance fees.
Okay, so find the right account. How do you make funding it automatic?
The process is simple. First, open that money market account, making sure it's separate from your regular checking account.
Keep it separate. Good idea.
This prevents you from accidentally dipping into it for everyday expenses. Then arrange for either direct deposit from your employer, maybe a small portion of each paycheck, or set up an automatic transfer from your checking account to regularly fund it, maybe weekly, maybe bi-weekly.
A consistent automated drip.
That's how it grows without you even thinking about it. Set it and forget it.
Now, a critical point here, often debated. What if you're currently carrying high-interest credit card debt? Do you still build the emergency fund first?
Bach recommends a slightly different approach in that situation. He suggests building only 1 month's worth of emergency savings first. Just 1 month.
Get that initial small cushion.
Right. Then prioritize fiercely paying down your high-interest credit card debt. It's just illogical, mathematically, to have money earning maybe 1% in a money market account while you're simultaneously paying 18% or 20% interest on debt.
Yeah, math doesn't work.
Tackle that high-interest debt aggressively. The interest savings are essentially a guaranteed massive return on your money.
Okay, that makes sense. So once you've established your emergency fund, or at least that crucial first month's worth, it's time to tackle another cornerstone of wealth building. Debt-free homeownership.
Ah, owning your own home?
For many, the idea seems out of reach. But why is it so fundamental to long-term wealth? You put it simply, you can't get rich renting.
Pretty much. As a renter, you could easily spend $500,000 or more on rent over 30 years.
A huge amount of money.
And end up with absolutely nothing to show for it equity-wise. Homeowners, however, build equity. They build long-term wealth.
The numbers don't lie, do they? That Federal Reserve survey. Median net worth of homeowners, $195,400 versus $5,400 for renters.
36 times greater. It's a staggering difference. And beyond the significant financial gains, owning a home provides an incredible sense of security, stability, a place that truly belongs to you. Building roots, community.
The McIntyres are a perfect example of this principle in action, weren't they?
Absolutely. They bought their first home young. And through accelerated payments, they managed to pay off their 30-year mortgage in under 20 years.
Pay stuff early. Smart.
Then they cleverly rented out that first home for income and bought a second home, which they also paid off early.
So they ended up with 2 paid-off houses.
By their early 50s, they owned 2 homes debt-free with nearly $1 million in equity and positive cash flow from the rental. That's a fantastic blueprint, illustrating the power of strategic real estate ownership.
Bach highlights 6 key reasons why homes make truly great investments. Let's run through them.
First, they act as a forced savings program.
Forced savings. How so?
You must make those monthly mortgage payments. And each payment, especially after the first few years, builds equity in what is likely one of your best investments, even if you don't consciously think of it as saving.
Makes sense. What's next?
Second, there's the powerful concept of leverage. Using borrowed money, the bank's money, to multiply your gains.
Okay, explain leverage.
Say you put $50,000 down on a $250,000 home. If that home increases in value to $300,000, that $50,000 gain means you've effectively doubled your initial $50,000 investment. A 50-tie gain on a $50,000 investment is a 100% return on your equity. Bach calls a $250,000 gain on a $50,000 investment a 5-bagger. A 500% return. Leverage magnifies returns.
Got it. Number 3.
Third, it's about OPM, other people's money. Truly rich people not only get their own money working for them, but they get other people's money working for them too.
Using the bank's money.
Exactly. When you buy a home, you're primarily using the bank's money to acquire an appreciating asset, while your own money can be working for you elsewhere, like compounding in that retirement account we talked about.
A cover. 4th reason.
Fourth, significant tax breaks. You can typically deduct mortgage interest up to certain limits, which effectively subsidizes your payment, especially in those early interest-heavy years. It can lower the real cost of owning.
Good point. 5th.
Fifth is the profound pride of ownership. It's a fundamental piece of the American dream, right? Providing roots, a sense of community, a deep sense of security that renting simply cannot replicate.
That emotional component is important. And sixth,
Real estate has proven to be a proven long-term investment. It's averaged something like a 5.3% annual return since 1968. It consistently appreciates over the long term, despite temporary downturns or bubbles. That historical performance offers strong reassurance.
Many people hold back from buying because of the down payment hurdle. They think they need tens of thousands, maybe 20% down. But that's not always true, is it?
Not at all. That's a common myth. There are numerous programs from developers, lenders, government agencies like HUD, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac that can help first-time buyers.
Not much else.
Programs offering 95%, 97%, or sometimes even 100% financing. This can help you get into a home much faster than you might think. Don't let the down payment myth stop you from exploring home ownership. Look into FHA loans, for example.
Good advice. And for affordability, you mentioned a rule of thumb.
Yeah, a rough guide. For every $1,000 you pay in monthly rent, you could likely support about a $125,000 mortgage, including taxes and insurance. So if your rent is $2,000 a month, you could probably afford around a $250,000 mortgage.
Okay, helpful guideline. And Bach recommends a specific type of mortgage.
He consistently recommends a simple 30-year fixed-rate mortgage. For simplicity and for locking in historically low rates, which were even below 4% when his book was updated, it provides payment certainty.
But here's where the hidden trap comes in with a typical 30-year mortgage. Most people get ripped off, as Bach puts it. Explain that.
Okay, let's break it down. A $250,000 home with a 5% interest rate over 30 years. The total cost will be about $483,000.
Wow, nearly double the home price.
That's a staggering $230,000 in interest alone. What's worse, over 90% of your payments in the first 10 years go solely to interest.
90% to interest in the first decade.
Meaning you build very little principal, very little equity during that time, since the average homeowner sells in just 5-7 years.
They haven't built much equity.
Exactly. They walk away with far less equity than they could have, having primarily just enriched the bank with all those interest payments.
So what's the secret to avoiding that trap? The secret to debt-free homeownership, saving yourself potentially a decade of work.
The secret is astonishingly simple. The biweekly payment plan.
Biweekly payments, how does that work?
Instead of making one monthly mortgage payment, you split it in half and pay that half amount every 2 weeks.
Okay, pay half every 2 weeks.
This results in 26 half payments per year, which equates to 13 full monthly payments, one extra payment annually snuck in almost painlessly.
Because there are 26 two-week periods in a year. Clever.
Exactly. And this simple shift, almost unnoticed in your day-to-day cash flow, can have a monumental impact.
How big an impact?
This simple strategy can pay off your mortgage 5 to 10 years early. Average is about 7 years early, and it can save you upwards of $50,000 in interest.
$50,000 saved just by paying biweekly.
On that $250,000 mortgage at 5%, you could save over $44,000 in interest. The benefits are huge. Saves thousands, acts as forced savings because you're paying more principal, makes cash flow easier if you're paid biweekly.
And it's automated.
Crucially, it's completely automated once set up. You never worry about late payments. It's like financial magic on autopilot.
How do you set this up? Just start sending checks every 2 weeks.
You could, but the best way is to call your lender first. Ask if they offer a formal biweekly payment plan. Many large banks do, often for free or a small fee.
What's important to confirm?
It's absolutely crucial to ensure the extra payments are applied directly to your principal, not just held and applied to future interest. Specify this when you set it up.
Okay, what if your bank doesn't offer it or charges a hefty fee?
You can easily DIY it with no fees. 2 main ways. First, just add about 1/112th of your payment, roughly 8–10%, to your regular monthly payment and automate that higher amount. That achieves the same result over time.
Okay, pay a little extra each month automatically.
Or second, simply make one extra full mortgage payment annually. Maybe use a tax refund or a bonus. Send 2 checks that month, clearly noting one is for principal reduction only.
So DIY options exist, but always confirm.
Always confirm with your bank that extra payments will go directly to principal, and then diligently check your statements to verify they actually are. Don't just assume.
Good point. And even if you plan to move before the mortgage is fully paid off, it still helps, right?
Absolutely. Paying it down faster builds your equity more rapidly. That means you walk away with more cash when you sell, which you can then use for your next home's down payment or add to your savings. It always makes sense.
So the action steps are clear. Decide to own, figure out affordability, see your biweekly savings potential, commit to paying it off early, contact your bank or mortgage company, and most importantly,
make it automatic.
Okay, let's pivot to what is often the biggest elephant in the room for many people on their financial journey: debt. Specifically, crippling credit card debt.
Ugh, yeah. This is perhaps the single largest obstacle preventing people from becoming an automatic millionaire.
That old school wisdom from the Depression-era parents, like the McIntyres, was pretty profound, wasn't it?
It was deeply practical. Borrow money to make money, like buying a home or starting a business, but never borrow money just to lose it on consumption, on stuff that depreciates.
Makes sense. Yet the American debt reality is pretty grim. Americans collectively owe over $500 billion in credit card debt,
$500 billion, that's just mind-boggling.
averaging around $8,400 per household. This isn't just a number, it's a massive burden on millions of families.
And the cost of just making minimum payments is truly staggering, as you mentioned earlier. That $8,400 balance at an average 18% interest, paying only the minimums.
How bad is it?
It will cost you an incredible $20,615 and take over 30 years and 5 months to pay off.
30 years.
Assuming you make no new charges, which almost never happens. This reality makes credit card companies incredibly rich while keeping you trapped in debt.
And don't even get started on store charge cards, right? Those seem particularly dangerous.
Oh, they're a particularly sneaky trap. That tempting 10% discount they offer for opening a store card, maybe on an $1,100 purchase.
Yeah, save $110 now.
Leads to a $1,000 balance. If you only pay the minimums on that store card, with their notoriously high interest rates, often 25% plus, it can cost you over $2,100 and take nearly 13 years to pay off.
13 years for a $1,000 purchase. Ouch.
The advice there is crystal clear. Just say no. It's almost never worth it.
Okay, so how do you conquer this debt? Bach outlines Operation No More Debt with 5 concrete, actionable steps. Step 1.
First, and arguably the most difficult for many, is to stop digging. If you're in a credit card hole, the very first thing you must do is throw away the shovel.
Put down the credit cards?
Get rid of them, cut them up, freeze them in a block of ice, whatever it takes. Don't carry them in your wallet. Bach himself, after racking up $10,000 in college debt, realized the only way out was to stop shopping with cards, period. It's about breaking the cycle of easy, often impulsive spending.
Okay, stop adding to the problem. Step 2.
Second, renegotiate your interest rate. This is often surprisingly effective, yet few people try it.
Just call them up.
Yep. Find your current rate, read the fine print, or just call the credit card company. Then call them back, calmly but firmly, and ask for a lower rate.
What if they say no?
Be prepared to politely threaten to close the account and transfer your balance to a competitor offering a 0% balance transfer deal. Always ask to speak to a supervisor. They usually have more authority to lower your rate to keep you as a customer. It can save you significant money on interest almost immediately.
Or the phone call. Okay, step 3.
Third, pay for the past. Pay for the future. This is a crucial psychological and practical step, I think.
Explain that.
If you have debt, Bach recommends splitting your pay-yourself-first money in half. 50% goes to your retirement savings future, and 50% goes directly to debt reduction.
Past. So don't stop saving entirely while paying debt.
Exactly. For example, if you allocate $5,000 a year to pay yourself first, that's $208 a month for savings and $208 a month for extra debt payments. This dual approach is vital because it provides both emotional and financial progress. You see your savings grow and your debt shrink. It prevents the discouragement that often comes from focusing solely on debt payoff for years without seeing any savings growth.
Keeps you motivated. Bury the past and jump to the future simultaneously. I like that.
Yeah. Step 4.
Fourth, DOLP, your debt out of existence. DOLP, what's that stand for?
DLP stands for Debt Out of Limiting Payments. It's a method for prioritizing which debts to attack first if you can't consolidate them all.
How does DOLP work?
You calculate the DLP number for each credit card or loan. You do this by dividing the total debt on that card by its minimum monthly payment.
Total debt divided by minimum payment.
This gives you a clear indicator of which debt is most financially burdensome relative to its minimum payment. Then, you rank your accounts from the lowest DOLP number to the highest.
Attack the lowest DOLP number first, not necessarily the highest interest rate.
Correct. Attack the lowest DOLP number first by applying all your available extra debt reduction money from step 3 to it, while paying only the minimums on the others. Once that lowest DOLP card is paid off, you take its minimum payment plus the extra you were paying and roll all of that onto the card with the next lowest DOLP number. Repeat until you're debt-free.
Creates a snowball effect, right? Quick wins to keep momentum.
Exactly. It generates psychological wins and momentum.
Okay. And the fifth, Final step for debt.
And the fifth, absolutely crucial step to ensure long-term success. You guessed it. Now make it automatic.
Of course. Automate the debt payments.
Once you've committed to these steps, call your credit card company and set up automatic minimum payments plus your extra DOLP payment from your checking account. Or use your bank's online bill pay service to automate these transfers. Set the extra amount to be half of your chosen pay yourself first contribution as per step 3. Automate the entire process.
And if the debt feels truly overwhelming,
For truly overwhelming debt, don't be afraid to seek help. Resources like the National Foundation for Credit Counseling, NFCC, you can find them at 1-800-388-2227, or nfcc.org can provide valuable assistance, counseling, and sometimes debt management plans. Just be sure to check their reputation with the Better Business Bureau before engaging with any credit counseling service.
great advice. So we've covered saving, investing, emergency funds, conquering debt, all essential pillars of financial well-being.
Building blocks.
But as Bach emphasizes, and as many successful people discover, there's more to life than just accumulating money, isn't there?
Oh, absolutely. While wealth is certainly good, and, as the saying goes, rich is better than poor, money alone won't give your life meaning or that profound sense of purpose.
It's true. We often pursue wealth not just for the material things, but for the feeling those things inspire. We want the nice car, the big house, the comfortable retirement because of the security, the joy, the freedom, the sense of accomplishment they represent.
Exactly. The feeling behind the money.
But what if you could achieve some of that feeling sooner, even before you've hit your ultimate financial goals? That's where the next principle comes in, right?
This is where the ancient practice of tithing comes into play. Tithing, traditionally meaning to give a tenth, is a spiritual principle common to many traditions and cultures throughout history.
Giving back.
It's the proactive practice of giving back a predetermined portion of what you receive. And the amazing result, Bach notes, is that tithing often creates the very feeling we associate with acquiring wealth, a profound sense of gratitude, generosity, and abundance.
You feel good when you give.
You simply feel great. The more you give, often the better you feel. And while you should give for the sake of giving, without expecting anything in return, a fascinating phenomenon often occurs.
What's that?
Abundance tends to flow back to those who give. Money often seems to flow faster to givers, perhaps because they operate from a mindset of abundance, not scarcity. They attract abundance.
That's interesting. And Americans are incredibly generous people, aren't they? The stats are impressive.
They really are. Over $358 billion donated annually, mostly by individuals. 9 out of 10 households contribute something to charity. And beyond money, 93 million adults volunteer their time. It shows a deep desire to make the world better.
It does. So if you're inspired to incorporate giving into your life, how do you do it the Automatic Millionaire way? There's a 5-step plan.
Yep. 5 steps for making tithing automatic. First, commit to tithing. Decide how much you want to give. It could be the traditional 10% of your gross income, or maybe you start smaller, say 1%, and gradually grow it, just like you did with pay yourself first.
Start where you're comfortable.
The key is consistency and making a written commitment to this practice. Decide and commit.
Okay, step 2.
Second, and this is crucial for the automatic lifestyle. Now make it automatic.
Automate your giving.
Arrange for automatic transfers from your checking account. Most charities these days can easily set up recurring donations, or you can use your bank's online bill pay system to schedule regular payments. This ensures your giving is consistent and effortless. No more forgetting.
Makes sense. Third step.
Third, research the charity before you give. Charity is a big business, unfortunately, and administrative and fundraising costs can eat up a huge percentage of donations if you're not careful.
You want your money to actually go to the cause.
Exactly. Aim for charities that pass through at least 75% of their funds directly to the cause. Be wary of those below 50% due to potentially high overhead. Resources like justgive.org, which is run by the Better Business Bureau Wise Giving Alliance, GuideStar.org, and CharityNavigator.org offer objective ratings and financial reports to help you make informed decisions.
And check their tax status.
Yes. Definitely ensure the charity is a registered tax-exempt 501c3 organization if you want your donation to be tax-deductible. You can verify this on irs.gov.
Good practical tip. Fourth step.
Fourth, if direct financial giving isn't immediately possible due to your current circumstances, remember that volunteer time and talent is equally, if not more, valuable.
Giving time counts, too.
Absolutely. Donating your time can often bring even greater personal joy and fulfillment. And it's desperately needed by countless organizations. Websites like volunteermatch.org, Idealist.org, nationalservices.org, or mentoring.org can help you find opportunities that align with your interests and skills. You can contribute meaningfully without a financial outlay.
Great resources. And the fifth step.
And fifth, for larger gifts or for creating a lasting philanthropic legacy, consider donor-advised funds.
Donor-advised funds, what are those?
These are special accounts, often offered by major brokerage firms like Fidelity, Schwab, or Vanguard, usually with a minimum initial investment like $5,000. They allow you to donate money or assets now, get the tax deduction immediately.
Get the deduction now.
But then decide later, over time, which specific charities receive grants from the fund. It's a great way to be strategic about larger giving and create a family legacy of charity.
Interesting. And many successful people started giving early.
Beck points out that many of the world's wealthiest individuals, like the famous investor Sir John Templeton, started tithing long before they became rich, even when they were earning very little. This consistent practice of giving, he suggests, can really contribute to attracting abundance into your life by fostering that mindset of generosity and flow.
We've covered a tremendous amount of ground in this deep dive into the Automatic Millionaire. Wow.
We really have. It's a powerful framework.
From meeting the inspiring McIntyres to understanding the astonishing power of the latte factor to truly embracing pay yourself first.
Building the emergency fund, pursuing debt-free homeownership, strategically conquering credit card debt.
And even embracing the fulfilling lifestyle of automatic tithing. It really all boils down to making your finances automatic in just minutes, right? And then allowing time and compounding to do the heavy lifting for you.
That's the essence of it. Simple actions, automated, compounded over time. So, to recap the core blueprint for this automatic millionaire lifestyle. First, pay yourself first. Automate consistent contributions to your 401k or IRA. If your plan offers automatic increases, absolutely use them.
Take advantage of auto escalation.
And remember, market downturns actually become incredible buying opportunities if you just keep investing automatically, buying more shares when prices are low.
Good point. Don't panic. Stay automated.
Second, direct deposit your paycheck. It's the simplest, fastest, and most automatic way to ensure your money starts working for you immediately. No chance to spend it first.
Okay.
Third, automate your emergency fund. Set up those regular transfers to a separate FDIC-insured money market account. Even small, consistent transfers add up significantly over time. Tools like acorns.com can even help with micro-savings here, too. Fourth, automate all your bill payments. Use your bank's online bill pay. Ensure everything is paid on time, every time. This saves hundreds in potential late fees and massively reduces financial stress.
Huge stress reducer.
Yeah.
And fifth,
automate your charitable giving. Become a consistent monthly giver to a cause you genuinely care about. This fosters that mindset of abundance and makes giving effortless.
and to really see your progress and stay motivated.
Utilize a service like Mint.com or similar apps to automatically track your spending, your investments, your debt reduction. It's a powerful way to visualize your financial growth, see the progress, and celebrate your milestones along the journey. It keeps you engaged.
Seeing the numbers move in the right direction is powerful.
It really is. And Bach has received thousands of success stories from individuals who've applied these exact principles, proving beyond any doubt that they work.
Real people, real results.
Absolutely. From Teresa K., who finally paid off 13 years of credit card debt and then automated her savings, to Rick and Ann Longstreet, who used these ideas to buy their first home and automate their payments, to Chris Kessler, who significantly increased his 401k contributions literally overnight after reading the book.
Inspiring stories.
Their stories are such a powerful testament. If they can do it, I can do it, maybe even more. They started with small, automatic steps, and so can you. Anyone can.
The choice is yours, really. Why not apply these simple yet profound principles? What's the downside?
Exactly. If you don't like the results, which is highly unlikely, you can always go back to whatever system you were using before, though we're pretty sure you won't want to.
Imagine your life just 5 years from now. Money securely in the bank, no crushing debt burden, maybe a home of your own, a clear and automatic plan to become truly rich over time, and that profound joy of consistently giving back to help others. It's a future that's absolutely within your reach.
It truly is. We've explored how making small, consistent financial actions automatic can eliminate so much worry and build significant wealth over time. Now, here's a final thought to ponder.
Okay.
If the path to financial freedom can be made so simple, requiring so little conscious effort once it's set up, What other areas of your life could be transformed by identifying core automatic actions? Actions that align with your deepest values and your long-term goals. Interesting question. Beyond just money.
Right. What else can you make automatic to live an even richer, more intentional life in all aspects beyond just the financial?
Thanks for tuning in to the Book Summary Podcast. If you found value in today's episode, hit that like button, subscribe for more summaries, and share it with someone who's ready to grow. Want deeper insights, exclusive book notes, and reading tips? Join our free newsletter. The link's in the description. And don't forget, if you'd like to read the full book, our affiliate link is right below. It helps support the channel and keeps the summaries coming. Until next time, keep reading, keep growing.